How's it going, everyone? My name's Tom and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be ranking all of the major power-ups in Mario throughout all the games. I'm not counting stuff like what's an example? Like in 3D World, like the cannon head, something that like goes on Mario. I want something that Mario picks up and it like powers him up, not like, you know, you get it. Alright, you know what? These are all out of order, but we're going to start with the mushroom. Now, this is pretty good. When Small Mario, it gives him another hit, basically, when he gets damaged. So, it's kind of what you want. You don't really need it, but you take it anyway. So, it's going to go in... It's going to go in C. C is a good place for it. Alright, next we got the Tanuki Leaf. Now, this power-up has changed throughout the years. In the original game, it just gave Mario ears and a tail and allowed him to fly. But in the newer games, it's kind of combined with another power-up called the Tanuki Suit, where instead of just a tail and ears, Mario has a whole suit, and he can't fly anymore. He just hovers and So it's pretty good anyway. You got a tail attack, so you can just hurt people. So I reckon it's a good B tier actually. It's pretty good, to be honest. It's very good. Next we got the Super Ball power up. This was in Mario Land on the Game Boy back in 1980 or something, but recently came back in Mario Maker 2, and it's just a ball. When it's thrown, it bounces off surfaces until it hits something or goes away. So it's I think it'd be hard to aim, but it can be useful. I think D. It's nothing too great. Also from Mario Land 2 on the Game Boy is the carrot. Now this allows Mario to jump a bit higher, but it also gives him bunny ears, which he can use to hover across for a little bit. So it's kind of a predecessor to the Tanuki Leaf. Or did that come out after? I don't know. It's kind of like the Tanuki Leaf, but I give it a C tier, to be honest. I think it's more useful than the Super Ball power-up. The Fire Flower gives Mario a third hit of damage. If hit, goes back to just his normal mushroom self. Also very offensive, gives him fireballs, which can kill most enemies in the game, so I think it's B tier as well. Now I know I said that I'm not putting anything that doesn't change Mario, but the shoe, come on, it's the shoe, it's iconic. It's not that great though. He bounces a bit high, he can step on spikes. I'm just gonna put it in D tier because it's only in some games that you can use it. The frog suit, it is useful. It can help Mario swim, but it's only in Super Mario 3, I believe, and Mario Maker 2. And plus, you don't really come across it that much, so I'm just gonna put it in C tier because you don't really. Yeah, nah. The hammer suit, ooh. This is also in Mario Bros. 3. It allows Mario to throw hammers like a hammer bro. I think in C. I don't think it's that useful, to be honest. Oh, but the flying red star from Mario Galaxy. This just allows Mario to fly endlessly. But it is only used in some levels, and it's pretty good, I think. If it was an open world game, he could fly forever. So I'm gonna put it in A, to be honest. It's very good. With the Ice Flower as well, same like the Fire Flower, it can kill most enemies, but it can also kill dry bones, which you can't do with the Fire Flower. So I think as an added bonus, it goes above it. The Propeller Mushroom in Super Mario Bros. On the Wii. This one gets you height. You shake the remote and you go up. Like you zoom up. Gives you a lot of height, and it also glides down after you use it, or you can pin drop really fast. It's also a pretty good power up, to be honest. Not as versatile as these, but it's still pretty good. With the penguin suit, you slide on your belly on ice, which is pretty useful, but it also has the ice balls from the Ice Flower, so it is still pretty good, and it also enhances Mario's swimming. I think I think it's an S tier, to be honest. It's super versatile. Offense, speed, swimming. I just think it's just up there. The Cloud Flower. This is an interesting one because it gives Mario 3 clouds basically, and in Mario Galaxy 2, when you spin the remote, it creates these little clouds underneath Mario, so they act as extra platforms. You are limited to 3 at a time though, but if you pick up another flower, you get 3 more. So it is still good, so I reckon it's good A tier. The Rock Mushroom. This allows Mario to turn into a sphere of rock and roll at stuff. I have not played Galaxy 2 in a while. I think it's only used in a couple of levels, and that is not used very much. Good C. The Boomerang Flower, it's okay. You can throw a projectile, but it's only one at a time. It's useful, but you see, it can pick up coins and stuff, but like that's only used in some levels. The Super Tanuki Leaf. This one, in most games, you just become invincible. You get it after dying a lot of times, but when you get it, nothing can kill you. You just breeze through the level. And it's not on a time limit, it's only in the level, so you can just go through it. So it's pretty good. It's better than the Star, which everyone kind of sees as the best power-up. It did first appear in Mario 3D Land, which you couldn't fly with it. You can only hover like in the newer games. But it's still really good. The Gold Flower. I don't actually know how good this is, because it's like the Fire Flower. It hurts enemies, but it turns like bricks and stuff into gold, which isn't very useful, to be honest. I did hear it's only in a couple levels though, so give it to C, I guess. The Acorn, the Super Acorn, turns Mario into a flying squirrel. It's pretty good. You shake the controller, you get some height, and then you can glide. It's not as much as the Propeller Mushroom, but it's still up there. And you can also cling on walls. That's interesting. The Cape Feather, the OG flying power-up. You can fly forever with this thing. You just run, you go, and you do like maneuvers with the stick, I can't remember. But you can fly for a long time. Plus it also has offensive capabilities. It was pretty good. The P Acorn, it's the same as the normal Acorn, except you can boost up as many times as you want. So still not overly useful, but it's still up there. The Cat Bell, the Super Bell. This is an A tier, I reckon, because it is pretty basic. You just turn into a cat, you can swipe at things, you can climb up walls, and you can dive. And I think I'd put it above everything else, just because of how versatile it can be. And you get it a lot, so it's kind of worth it in the end. The Double Cherries allows you just to make a clone of yourself. And if the original one dies, the clone becomes the main one. So you pretty much have 2 extra lives. So I reckon C. It's good to have. I wouldn't go out of my way to get it, but it's nice to have. The Super Lucky Bell. This is basically just the cat bell, except when you ground pound, it turns you into coins and you get a lot of coins. So it's technically better than the Super Bell, but I'm gonna put it on the same level just because who really needs coins anyway. The Super Crown was a power-up only for Toadette in New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, but it just turned you into Peachette, and that sparked a whole Bowsette thing, and that wasn't very nice. But it didn't really do anything different. It acted the same as the Super Acorn, which Toadette could use, so there wasn't really any point to it. E tier. The Link power-up in Mario Maker 2, this is actually a pretty good one, because you get the sword, you get the power-up, and then it turns you into Link, obviously. But with that, you have different moves. You get a bomb, bow and arrow, you can make a charge attack, and people made really creative levels out of it. So it was a pretty good power-up, so I'm going to put that. Up there. No, it's B tier. The Super Mario Bros. 2 mushroom from Mario Maker 2. It allows you to turn into the Mario from Mario Bros. 2, where you can stand on enemies and pick them up and throw them. And that's really it. It made creative levels, but there wasn't really much to it. The hammer from Mario Maker 2 allows you to break the grey blocks that you can't break normally, and allows you to place blocks down so you can climb them. So it was pretty good, actually. I didn't play Mario Maker 2 for long, but that was probably the best power-up out of all. The Giga Bell in the newest game, quote-unquote, in the Mario series, Bowser's Fury. This just allows Mario to become Cat Mario, but big. Like really big. And it's only used to fight against Bowser in that game. But it's pretty cool, to be honest. Like, big Bowser and big Mario fighting, it's pretty good, actually. So I'm just gonna put it, in sake of coolness, in A. The wing cap from Mario 64 allows you to fly like almost everything else. But it is not infinite, like the red star. The metal cap from Mario 64, it's a thing. You become invincible for a short time and you can walk on the sea floor because you're metal, you sink, but that's really it, to be honest. It's not that groundbreaking. I'm going to put this in C. The Mega Mushroom. It's cool. It makes you big. Not as big as Giant Cat Mario, but it makes you big. But it is temporary and only in like 6 levels in the whole series. So it's kind of bad, to be honest. Like, yeah, you're invincible and stuff, but it's only for a very short amount of time. The Mini Mushroom. Now, you become tiny, and it's not too bad. Except you're still a one-hit kill if you get hit by anything. But you can also jump higher, which can sometimes lead you into death. And you float more. And you can walk on the surface of water, but that doesn't really matter in most games. So if you had to pick, you wouldn't pick this. F tier. The blue shell from Mario DS. All it is when you're running, you go into the shell and you become invincible, except if you fall in holes and stuff. But if you hit a wall, you ricochet off it and come back. Now that can make it difficult to run through stuff, because you're constantly just getting hit off the walls. So I don't know how useful it is, and it can also increase your swimming speed, but who really cares? I'm putting this in F tier as well. Not really worth it. The Ice Flower from Mario Galaxy this time. This is different because it turns Mario into all ice, and you can walk on water and turn it into ice, and like ice skate. However, it is temporary, and you're not invincible either when you're on it. So it's cool, but it's not really cool. The Boo Mushroom. This can turn Mario into a Boo, obviously. He can go intangible and go through certain places in the stage, which is pretty neat. He can fly. It's not temporary, unless you get hit by a light. Then you turn back. So it's... no, not an A tier. It's pretty good, actually. Oh, the Spring Mushroom. It just turns Mario into a spring, and he can just jump high, and it's really hard to control. E. The Pea Feather. This is a thing in Mario 3. On the world map, you can use it, and it takes your P gauge, which you use to fly when it's full. It turns it to the max, so you can fly forever. But I saw somewhere that it's really rare. So, D tier. Lanky Mario from Mario Maker. Or Mario Maker 2, I can't remember which one. It just makes Mario taller, but he can jump further and higher. So, yeah, it's there. It's just gross, to be honest. The Pea Balloon. In Mario World, you take this thing and you make Mario fat. And he can float. But slowly. It was in Mario Maker 2 where he was faster, but in the original game, wah-wah. The 1-Up. I wasn't sure if this should be a power-up, but I just put on there. Extra life. You know, you're not complaining, even though you get free lives if you game over anyway. Yeah, it's just nice to have, to be honest. The bee mushroom. It turns Mario into a bee. He can fly for a bit and stand on flowers. That's really it. Yeah, that's a D tier at best. The invisibility hat allows Mario to walk through certain things in levels, like the boo mushroom. But I think it is temporary, so it goes in below it. And finally, the superstar, allowing Mario to go invisible, runs faster. And that's pretty much it. The downside is, it is temporary. So it does go in A. And that's it. That's my tier list for most, if not all, of the Mario power-ups. Hope you enjoyed.